To come to the show.
Just some of the topics. You don't have to give me your...
just like, the whole thing of being...
Give us a little preview.
I got to talk about, Muslims being uptight to the point where right after 9/11, you couldn't, Muslims, you couldn't even tell a Muslim a knock-knock joke. You'd be like, knock-knock, don't answer it, and, just like moving around, like the diversity of the religion, like my wife is Indian. Right. So... That's a comedy in and of itself. That's a reality show. I'm still living, people.
Right, right.
Yeah, that and, the history of how sheikhs have come around, imams have come around, now they support the tour.
Right.
Because when I first started doing comedy, man, when I took my shahada, I was Muslim, they were like, comedy? Quit your job. Quit your job. Astaghfirullah. Right. That's giggles for a shaitan. And it's just like, it's a maturation. Right. But more so than the imams taking a different view of it and seeing it as healthy. As long as, it's within the frameworks of so Islamic adab. It's within those frameworks.
So as you travel around, what has been the response of the Muslims? Even more than that, what's been the response of the non-Muslims to you?
The non-Muslims have really embraced it. Like non-Muslim media, Fox News Dayside had myself and Azhar Zaman on. Right. Because we're on the tour, but they had us on, allowing us to speak freely. There was no censor. They allowed us to do stand-up on the show. It wasn't even an interview. Okay. Reuters, Time Magazine, CBS Sunday Morning. And
what do you think, from the dawah point of view, what do you think you're able to accomplish in the dawah that may have been a barrier otherwise? If you tried to talk, just give it in a straight way. What do you think you're able to achieve through the comedy that's unique?
Opening them up. Because everybody, with a comedian, everybody comes in with a preconceived notion. Is he funny? Is he not funny? Is he dirty? Is he clean? And they figure that out in the first, 4 or 5 minutes of that act, if this is going to be a good show.
So let me ask you, in your comedy, is there also embedded a serious message to the people?
Absolutely. Okay. I guess my message, because you have 3 comedians on a tour, and everybody has their own style. You have Brother Azim, who came through the nation, the Azhars came through the immigrant community, and me kind of in between with the WD community. The idea is really, in some regards, put value on yourself. I always felt like Muslims waited to be validated in society by other people, and that's not the Quranic basis for why we're here. Allah validates us, well, we validate ourselves in the eyes of Allah, right, wrong, everything in between. But you have a syndrome or sickness of Muslims that who are yelling, like me, society, like me. I'm your friend, I'm your... No, you're an individual. I don't want you to like me, I want you to respect me. You might not like me, but as long as you respect me, we cool, And there's a balance there. Because once you get into the acceptance, you move away. It's like when we do comedy, we speak our minds, but it's, again, like I said, it's within a framework, and it's a social framework. This is a community project. It started out that way, it'll end that way. We're shooting a movie in 2007 that we plan to be a mainstream movie. Where you go to AMC theaters and you see all the movies you don't want to see, you're going to go, whoa, Allah made me funny. And that's the story, not of just the tour, but the community, the Muslim community, and a group of comedians and how that marriage was. Okay, but let me ask you, my viewers in Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, and Africa, they're not going to be able to come to the show tonight. So just give them a little taste of what you do. Your greatest hits. My greatest hits? I don't do too much because I got to work tonight. Don't do too much. Because I got to work tonight. All right. But I always talk about the sheikhs, the imams, Syrian brother. Very funny brother, man, because when you would do comedy 20 years ago, they would ask you, what are you for a living? Man, I don't want to say comic. I'd be like, I talk to people. MashaAllah, you talk to people and they pay you? Yes. I talk to people, they don't pay me. I'm like, maybe it's you, Sheikh. But it was like, no, tell me serious. I was like, I'm a comedian. Astaghfirullah.